Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to find the volume and surface area of a cylinder. We've got 4 success criteria, and the first one is to review how to find the area and circumference of a circle. So the circumference of a circle is the distance around the outside of the circle, and we find that by doing pi times the diameter of the circle. So we want to find the circumference, that's the distance around the outside of this circle, to 2 decimal places. So we need to do pi times diameter, and the diameter of this circle is 5 centimeters, which means the radius of the circle would be half of that, so 2.5 centimeters. If we want to find the circumference, we just need to do pi times the diameter, so that's pi times 5, which to 2 decimal places is 15.71 centimeters. We can also be asked to give our answer in terms of pi, and that's just what we're timesing pi by. So the answer to that would be 5 pi. To find the area of a circle, that's the space inside the shape, we do pi times the radius squared. So the radius of a circle is the distance from the centre to the outside of the circle. So we want to find the area of this circle to 2 decimal places. So we write down the area and what the radius is. So the radius is 3, and the diameter would be double that. So the diameter would be 6. We want to find the area, so we do pi times the radius, which is 3, squared, which to 2 decimal places would be 28.27. To give our answer in terms of pi, that's just what we're timesing pi by. So we're timesing it by 3 squared, which is 9. So the answer would be 9 pi. You're normally asked to give your answer in terms of pi on a non-calculator paper. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, and there's your red answers. So now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to find the volume of a cylinder. So to find the volume of a cylinder, we do pi times the radius squared, and then times by the height of the cylinder. Remember, the volume is the space inside the 3D shape. And you don't get this formula in a test. So we need to work out the area of the circle first, and then times that by the height. So we want to find the volume of this cylinder to 3 significant figures. So to find the volume, we do pi times the radius squared, and then times by the height. So that's pi times 3 squared, then times by 8. So that's 72 pi in terms of pi. And to 3 significant figures, that's 226 centimeters cubed. Remember, volume is always given in centimeters cubed, or meters cubed, millimeters cubed, etc. Here's another example. Again, I need to find the volume of the cylinder. So I do pi times the radius squared, then times by the height. So in this case, it's going to be pi times 4 squared, because the diameter is 8, so the radius would be 4, and then times by 12. So the volume is 192 pi in terms of pi, and to 2 decimal places, that's 603.19 centimeters cubed. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So we want to find the volume of this cylinder. So we do pi times 2 squared times by 9. In terms of pi, that's 36 pi. And to 1 decimal place, that's 113.1 millimeters cubed. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answer, and there's your red answers. So now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3, and this is to find the surface area of a cylinder. So to find the surface area of a cylinder, that's the area of all of the faces and all of the sides of the cylinder. So we need the area of the top face, the area of the bottom face, and then the area of the curved bit as well, which makes a rectangle. Now to find the area of that, we do the height times by the circumference of the circle. So the circumference of a circle is pi times the diameter. So the area of the curved face will be pi times the diameter times by the height. So that's pi times radius squared plus pi times radius squared again plus pi times the diameter times the height. And again, you don't get this formula given to you in a test. So we want to work out the surface area of this cylinder to 3 significant figures. So we start by working out the area of the circle on top. So that's 9 pi. We're just going to keep all our answers in pi for now to make our answer more accurate. Find the area of the bottom circle as well, which is also going to be 9 pi. And then we find the area of the curved face, which is 48 pi. So that's a total surface area of 66 pi. So to 3 significant figures, that's 207 centimeters squared. Here's another example. So if we find the area of the top circle first, so that's 25 pi. Then the area of the bottom circle, so that's also 25 pi. Then we find the area of the curved section, so that's 110 pi. So the total surface area is 160 pi, which to three significant figures is 503 centimeters squared. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So we want to find the surface area of this cylinder. So we work out the area of the circle on top first. So that's 16 pi. Then the area of the circle on the bottom, which is also 16 pi. And then we work out the curved surface area. So that's 120 pi. So that's a total of 152 pi, which to three significant figures is 478 centimeters squared. Here's some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answer, and there's your red answer. So now we've completed success criteria 3. So now we're going to move on to number 4, and this is to apply to problem solving questions. So this question says a pump fills a barrel with oil at a rate of 500 milliliters per second. How long will it take to completely fill this barrel with oil? We want to give our answer in minutes and seconds. So first of all, we work out the volume of the barrel and make sure we convert those measurements that are in centimeters, we convert them to meters. So that means the barrel has a volume of 0.081 pi meters cubed, and 1 meter cubed is 1,000 liters. So liters the barrel can hold, if we times the volume by 1,000, it can hold 81 pi liters. So we'll just leave our answer in terms of pi for now, because that'll make our final answer more accurate. Now 500 milliliters is half a litre. So the time taken to fill the barrel will be 81 pi divided by 0.5, which is 509. Now that's in seconds because it says the barrel is filled at a rate of 500 milliliters per second. So that's how many seconds it takes. So we'll convert that to minutes and seconds. It would be 8 minutes and 29 seconds. Now, two shapes are similar if one is an enlargement of the other. This means all the lengths are enlarged by the same scale factor, so we've times all the sides by the same number. So to work out the length scale factor, we divide two similar lengths. So in this case, we can divide 12 and 4. So the length scale factor is 3. So if the length scale factor is 3, that means the area scale factor would be 3 squared, and the volume scale factor would be 3 cubed. So the area scale factor is 9 and the volume scale factor is 27. So we can use these scale factors to find the volumes. So the volume of A would be 28 pi centimeter cubed. So then the volume of B, we times the volume of A by 27. So the volume of B is 756 pi. We can find the surface area of cylinder A, which is 36 pi, and then we can find the surface area of B by timesing it by the area scale factor. So timesing the surface area of cylinder A by 9. So the surface area of cylinder B would be 324 pi. So here's an example. These two cylinders are similar. The volume of the bigger cylinder is 4,608 pi. We want to work out the height of the bigger cylinder. So the volume of cylinder A will be 72 pi. So the volume scale factor will be 4,608 pi divided by 72 pi. So the volume scale factor is 64. So the volume scale factor is 64, and the cube root of 64 is 4. So that means the length scale factor is 4. The area scale factor would be 4 squared, so that's 16. So the height of cylinder B is the height of cylinder A times by 4. So the height of cylinder B is 32 centimeters. Here's some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. Here are your answers. So for the green question, work out the volume of the smaller cylinder, which is 3,000 pi, and that's poured into the larger cylinder. So we want to work out the height. So the volume of water will be pi times 12.5 squared, then times by the height, which we don't know, but we know that will equal 3,000 pi. So the height will be 3,000 pi divided by 12.5 squared times pi, which is 19.2. So the height of water in the second cylinder would be 19.2 centimeters. For the amber question, work out the volume of the hot tub, then litres the barrel can hold, so it can hold 2,704 pi litres. Then, to find out the time taken to fill a hot tub, we divide that by 50 litres per minute. So it will take 34 minutes to fill up the hot tub. For the red question, work out the volume of the cup, that's 192 pi. And 1 litre is 1,000 centimetres cubed. So if we divide that by 1,000, that'll tell us the cup can hold 0.192 pi litres. Now 90% of that, to find 90% of something, you times it by 0.9. So each cup needs to hold 0.1728 pi litres. So cups you can fill with lemonade will be 100 litres divided by that. So we can fill 184.207 cups. So we need to round that down. So the answer is 184 cups. Finally, the purple question. So the height of cylinder B will be 20.63 centimetres. So that means the volume scale factor would be 27. And the cube root of 27 is 3. So the length scale factor is 3. And the area scale factor would be 3 squared, which is 9. So we work out the surface area of cylinder B, which is 1924.32. So to work out the surface area of cylinder A, we divide that by the scale factor, which is 9. So the surface area of cylinder A is 213.8 centimetres squared. And now we've completed success criteria 4. So now that we've completed the last objective, it's time to end the video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe and be sure to check out the videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.